This morning, inflation sticker shock, with the U.S. hitting a 40-year high. Consumer prices surging 7.5% over the last year. It's the largest increase since 1982, and Americans are feeling the pinch yet again.
Fruit, paper goods, English everything. Everything is... I'm blown away.
Financial analysts estimate the average American family is now spending an extra $275 every month. At the store, eye-popping prices. A Shia brewer had to cut her grocery run short after prices squeezed her budget. Pandemic supply chain struggles haven't let up, and experts say that's what's fueling this record inflation.
According to the New York Times, food prices approach record highs. The prices have climbed to their highest level since 2011, according to a UN index. And according to a former chief economist at the International Monetary Fund, these prices are putting a strain on the poorest class, where they are spending up to 60% of their income on food. He said that it wasn't much of an exaggeration to say that the world was approaching a global food crisis, and current conditions have created a perfect storm of adverse circumstances. The global food prices have been trending upward ever since the U.S.-China trade war resulted in Chinese tariffs on American agricultural goods. High fuel prices, shipping costs, along with other supply chain bottlenecks like a shortage of truck drivers and shipping containers, continue to push prices up today. As food prices begin to soar, let us get on the right side of this curve by growing our own food. Join us as we help our brothers and sisters to begin their journey of growing their own food.
Sister Betty, we're at our house trying to help her with her garden. So we're gonna get everything started.
Here we have Daxon putting together sprinkler system, and he already turned off the water, right, Daxon? So he's gonna cut into the water line right there. Now he's gonna take that water and he's gonna connect over here to the sprinkler system.
If you are adding a considerable amount of sprinkler heads, say more than 6, you may run into an issue with pressure. But for this application with just 4, there was no issues with our water pressure.
If we had to measure the flow rate of the water in order to figure out how many spigot heads or sprinkler heads we can put on the system, then we would turn the water on full blast. Then we would measure how long it took for the 5-gallon bucket to fill. So we would divide 5 gallons by the number of seconds, 20 seconds, which would give us 0.25 gallons per second. We multiply that by
60,
which gives us 15 gallons per minute. So we're gonna have a sprinkler system here on these raised beds. These raised beds were made with 2x6s and with these metal connectors to put together the raised bed. So we just put a T in to go into the raised bed, and then he's gonna connect back into it. He's gonna put a shut-off valve that gonna go into the raised bed. In order to glue our PVC together, we're using this PVC cement. All right, we're gonna go ahead and make the connection now. And we're gonna disconnect up here to get that pipe to go in where it should go. sprinkler from the main line to the raised bed now. Daxton is doing this temporarily. He's gonna dig it later on. And we're about to complete the sprinkler system. And here we have an overflow just in case we decide to put another raised bed. And he's turning the water on now. And there it is. All that dirt that was in the line is now out of there. All right, now they're capped off. What are we doing right now?
We're gonna break down these boxes and put them on the inside of the bed because we have a little bit of weeds, a little bit of grass in there, so this will help to kill the weeds.
All right, so what you got going on, Sharice?
We just finished covering the entire area of the garden with cardboard. Then we're gonna turn on the sprinkler to wet the cardboard so that it will kill the grass that's underneath.
We are adding the water onto the cardboard to help it break down into the soil. And the method that we are using is the no-dig method to help keep all the microorganisms alive.
All right, that's good.
All right, here's one raised bed completed. And now we're mixing up peat moss. We have perlite and compost, mixing it all up together.
All right, so thank you for joining us on Seed Time and Harvest. Bye. Happy planting. Take care.